Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. Now they'll try the right side. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to prevent.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation now because he's got those types of skills.
Looking to pass on second down. He's got his man. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. To throw, it's Reed. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively there. Third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the tailback. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He'll take it himself. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Going over the top. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Back to the ground game on the left. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Georgia 6, Texas A&M 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Georgia Tech is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Yellow Jackets fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. He's going for a big play downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. He's off to the races. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggie! Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up fourth down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Firing to the right, complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Rasmussen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
On second down, looking to throw. He wants to go deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. He'll just keep slinging it. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll run it. It's Robinson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate the champions.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here.
Going for it all. Makes the catch on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Dropping back, it's Reed. He'll take another shot here. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
He makes the connection.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting... Setting up the screen. Oh, it's picked. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fair catch called for and made. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
And with time running out in the first half, they'll take the knee, content with the lead they have, and head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Getting some heat. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills, too.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
Back to pass, it's Reed. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. On the move. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Unloads it left. It's complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Durham. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. At the 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggies. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Appalachian State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Back to throw, it's Rashada. Fires to the right. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. Discards a man.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run.
Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It's a reverse. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggies. On to attempt the try. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. It's a fumble on the play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. They get him on the ground after. But there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Takes a handoff. It's Owens. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Rides to the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it, and now they take the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered. At this Bulldog offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse. Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Now on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scanning the field, it's Rashada. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
This time it's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, give on the inside. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And his throw is incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Touch pass on the run. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this win.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
To the air, it's Rashada. They're trying to get to it. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Fresno State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 24 over Hawaii. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on its way. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he just flat ran over it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Rashada. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized. And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass, it's Reed. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and keep picking up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute, ice this game.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. When we get to the offseason